Yep, my guy Manos.
Yeah, back.
In this building. Let's get into some Yeetie. Janet Jackson, who I absolutely love and adore, was recently on iHeart on the Fred Show, and she was talking about seeing Prince perform back in the 80s. And here's what she had to say about the performance. She gave a little bit of a criticism.
I remember seeing Prince when I was in my early 20s, and he did some songs that I wasn't that familiar with and didn't do songs that I was familiar with. And I thought, if I ever perform on this level, I don't want to do that. I want to at least do songs that people are familiar with.
All right, that's a valid point. You know, sometimes you go see an artist perform and there's certain expectations that you want to hear the hits.
Right. But we also didn't hear the whole interview. It's context, right? What was the question before that?
I think he was asking her about concerts that, you know, performances, and she talks about remembering to seeing Prince perform. I didn't think it was a bad thing to say because Prince has a huge catalog. And I actually went to go see Prince, and it was at a time when he wasn't doing any of his dirty songs anymore, which, you know, still Prince got a whole great catalog, but I did want to hear.
You wanted the dirt.
I want to hear Erotic City, Darling Nikki, songs like that, and he wasn't doing it. So. All right, now let's talk about Ashanti and Nelly. According to the Jasmine brand, they report exclusively that they are going to be doing their own reality show, and they'll start filming in St. Louis soon.
Wow.
Yeah,
Really?
they back. All right.
I like that.
Yeah, she had another baby shower, and this was in Long Island at the Ohika Castle. I know you've been there before for the golf tournaments and stuff like that they do. So yes, he and she looks cute, pregnant.
Nah, I love
Look at her outfit. She looks like a goddess.
Yeah, that's dope.
All right. Ice Cube is selling ownership of his big 3 basketball franchises. I'm sure this was the plan from the beginning.
Of course it was.
So what it is you sell off ownership of individual teams so people have an opportunity to own a team. And part of the reason for doing that is also locally getting people to be more involved and also to raise some money. So this new ownership model will provide some money for Ice Cube and for his partner in the big 3 as well, Jeff Kratinitz, and they said, we're not out there doing deals with anybody that can write a big check. We're trying to really cultivate an ownership group that the best sports owners in the world would want to be a part of. So each of the new ownership groups has a sports background. So that's going to be a good thing, right? All right. And lastly, Remy Ma is now using her maiden name. She's going by Reminisce Smith. And so people have been talking about her breaking up with Papoose, and it looks like when things like that happen, even more, you start thinking, okay, you know, they're moving on and separating. And I'm sure at some point they'll talk about it publicly.
Yeah.
Black love. All right, well, that is your Yeetie. And when we come back, we have About Last Night. That's where we discuss what happened last night. You've been very active, Mano.
Yeah, I try to be.
Yeah, so I'm sure we'll discuss what it is that you have going on. I'll talk to you guys about what I have going on, and it's a lot right now. Right now, my dad is at my house holding things down, and I'll tell you why. All right, but in the meantime, let's get into some Weekend. This is Dan's favorite, Heartless.